Alrighty, top of the evening, guys. It is the I Am Urban MALACHI-RESEAN show, and we are brought to you by and endorsed by Eva Mirror Express Homes. We have an absolutely exciting one for you guys this evening. First and foremost, we want to get the housekeeping endeavors in order. First and foremost, guys, I have a special treat for you guys this evening. I hope you guys are having an absolute phenomenal day. Please, as you guys are coming in, please like, comment, subscribe. If you guys have any questions while we are currently live, feel free to drop them down in the comment section. If you guys are catching us on the live stream and you was not able to make it during the live stream or after the live stream during the replay, much we appreciate you guys for coming through and viewing us. In this special episode, we got unlocking laser focus, mastering the one goal that will transform. So, guys, in this one here, I want to send you guys the spirits that I am in. Just giving you guys my daily objective that I have here written on my screen that I view every day, which is why it's a part of today, and I think it's very imperative to have. There's a quote from one of the books that I've read. Of course, you guys know I'm a bookworm, so if you guys got any books that may intrigue me or interest me or build me or growth, I am open to see what you guys are reading. I also will, of course, you guys know we're going to return some books in which maybe might excite you and entice you to read. Best of both worlds, right? So it says, the ability to concentrate single-mindedly on my most important task. Of course, I have to make it personal, guys. To do it well and to finish completely through practice and repetition. Why is this a goal that is sitting on my desk every day? Well, it's a characteristic in which we're doing here in these live streams. It's a continuous practice and repetition. All things come through fundamental learning. All learning is state dependent. So the state that we're learning in is always going to be the best. So I bring you guys through the mental motivation so that you guys can have a thought processing. So when you're thinking of the I Am Urban MALACHI-RESEAN show, it is that show that causes me to think in depth of terminologies that's going to cause me to grow into the person I am attempting to become. And of course, we do it so well that you guys continuously come back for more every single evening. So we muchly appreciate you guys again, as I stated before, for you guys viewing our show. This one's going to be an absolutely great one. I think this is a story. So what are we going to be doing? So over the next 90 days, we're going to be contacting over 4,500 property owners, in our 90 days, is what I've been giving myself. So over the next 90 days, what we're going to be doing is continuously contacting individuals that may have some kind of circumstantial that is dealing with a box that has a top on it with individuals inside it, and they have some sort of problem in which they're facing. So we're going to solve their challenge, whether it be a pre-foreclosure, whether it be a tax delinquency, whether it be a probate, whether it be an overbarging water bill that it needs to be a performance made on. Whatever it may be. Oh, and of course, one of my favorites, dilapidated properties, in which are going to need some sprucing up, brought to 2024 speed. So these are some of the commonalities in what we search as far as properties that are facing some kind of hardship, and where the motivation is going to be at peak where we need it to be to come in and offer a service that is going to uplift the burden off their shoulders. So without further more, what I want to do is we are going to be exchanging our time for energy and efforts in exchange for a compensation of the home. So time is probably the only exchange that is probably the most masterful to exchange in the composition of the house. So for our timing and our resources, or pardon me, lack of a better word, the resources in which we're exchanging for the property owner, we're not exchanging our time. We're exchanging the resources that the timing it took for us to brought those resources to the table, and at the point in which the individual had lacked those resources, and now we're able to fulfill on that circumstance that they're facing. So what does all of this mean? All this, no, I don't know what you're talking about. Make it simple English terms, right? Or layman's terms. Layman's terms is simple. What we're gonna do is we're gonna find individuals who have a lot of cash or has access to that cash, but maybe through a credit line or equity in another property. You guys know I've been doing my great due diligence inside of common law and equity and of course trust. So they may have some of the sorts that we can utilize to acquire some of the property, some of the properties that we come across. So what we're going to do is we're going to meet these individuals where they are. And then some of these individuals are already down at the courthouses, not dealing with the courthouse, but in front of the courthouse, bidding on properties that are in an auction. Now, what we're going to do is, now that we notice that, and you guys know my favorite characters, Mr. J. Joe, is down on the block buying up properties in the local area, the 23513 area code. I'm going to keep using that area code. 23513 area code, and they're buying massive amounts of properties in the area. And in fact, they bought one the day that you decided to go out there and take massive action after listening to the I Am Urban Malachi-RESEAN show to tell you get started. And you go out there, and Mr. J. Joe is bidding on the property. In fact, he bought a $250,000 property for which probably have been far less than that, but he spent a $250,000 on the property with the expectancy that he's going to make some kind of money out of it. And of course, Mr. J. Joe had to put either up to $5,000 or 5% of the total price, whatever the auctioneers required him to place down as a payment consideration to bid on the properties. Now, that doesn't guarantee him a win. It just guarantees that he can bid on the properties. Now, just take that into perspective. Hypothetically, that money is now placed aside of earnest money deposit. Well, we're going to get there. So what you're going to do is you're going to offer Mr. J. Joe. You're going to go to Mr. J. Joe. Hey, Mr. J. Joe, my name is your name. My name is Malachi Urban. I'm with unwavering Express Homes, your company's name. I'm seeking to. I've noticed that you just bought this property. It's a 4-bed, 2-bath in the 23513 area code. Have you seen the property? No. Are you out here regularly buying properties? Yeah. Okay. Well, what would you be interested in? Would you consider allowing me to bring you properties within the buying criteria that you just purchased this property here on the front steps of this courtyard? And with the properties that I bring you, you're going to get them at a fraction of the price. Would that be something that you'd be open to? Yes, is what they're going to more than likely say, because it's going to save them some time. They don't have to drive all around and do all the marketing tactics that we teach you to do. They're not going to have to spend their energy into going out and finding more deals, because you're going to take that off their shoulders. And then 3, it's going to save them some money, because of course they spend lots of money into properties in which they've never seen the inside of the properties. So you get Mr. J. Joe's information. You guys exchange information, and you tell him, well, hey, look, we could sit down over a cup of coffee and enjoy some brunch together, and we could discuss, a little bit about the rapport. We could talk about family, the occupation, real estate, and we could talk about recreational, and of course, what kind of desires, what kind of dreams do you have that you want to aspire? Family, occupation, recreation, and of course, dreams. Right? That's the standards that you want to embark upon with your new buyer, because they're going to be spending money with you. So immediately you're going to hit the ground running. You're going to go out and you're going to find properties within the same criteria, 4-bed, 2-bath, 23513 area code that you and Mr. J. Joe decided to go over. You do due diligence. You go down to City Hall and you decide to pull a tax delinquency list of all the properties in the area, and you decide to give them a call. You use the methods that you learned here in the I Am Urban Malachi-RESEAN show that is endorsed by the unwavering Express Homes, and you decide to give them a call. And you come across a property, 123 Main Street, that's on, and you use the tactics here that you find to look up who owns that property that you learned at the I Am Urban Malachi-RESEAN show, and then you decided to go and do some more due diligence, and you find their number, and you trace their name. So then what you're going to do is you're going to call up, guys, Miss Sarah Sue, who owns 123 Main Street. And now that this property that you came across has a tax delinquency on it, it's $65,000 that's owed on this property. Or let's just say, for easy numbers, for the sake of the non-mathematician, it's $100,000 of an overall bill that's due on this property, right? So, all of this to say, what we're going to do is we're going to negotiate with Miss Sarah Sue. We're going to say, hey, well, look, is this something that when we call her up, we're going to say, hey, is this something that you'd be interested in selling to me? I'm just curious, would you be interested in selling this property to me? And she says, yes, I would be interested in selling this property because I want this burden off my shoulders. So what you're going to do is you're going to place her in a purchase agreement, and then what you're going to do from there is you're going to take that purchase agreement, which is the common law of country, with the binding of information, their name, your name, and of course some information about the property, and of course it's going to be the total amount of which you guys are going to exchange. And then you're going to place that with the escrow title company. They're going to do a full-on title examination, and or the attorney for real estate purposes that is going to do a full title examination of that property. Then what you're going to do is you're going to assign those equitable rights after Mr. Mr. J. Joe decides to do his due diligence in the property, and then he's going to use his capital to close on the property. So using the numbers that I've given you, Ms. Sarah Sue is at $100,000. Mr. J. Joe believes that this property is worth $200,000. You place you a nice $20,000 worth of your time, energy, and effort into this. So you place on top of that purchase agreement that you're now assigning over to Mr. J. Joe for $120,000. And now what you're going to do is you're going to assign those equitable rights, interests over to Mr. J. Joe. Mr. J. Joe is going to then use his capital to close on the property when settlement calls and says, well, we need you to write us a check or send us cash. Pardon me. Once he's then closed with you and on your assignment agreement, your cash is going to cover Miss Sarah Sue's $100,000 in arrearages and burden of her property, and she's going to get the $100,000, and you're going to get to keep the $20,000 that is implemented on your HUD statement. So now, with that being noted, here in the 90-day challenge, what we're going to be doing is exactly that. We're going to be implementing the system for you guys in the instance that you guys can first see firsthand. And then, of course, you can apply what you learn as education through this system that as robust as possible. And you're going to do it in the means that we have provided. And or get better and bring back some knowledge that you guys learned so that we can also employ also with our team so that we all can learn together. Because there's many ways to do this business. We just want to learn how to all get in the means of doing so at an optimized operational, if you guys haven't caught the last video. Now, guys, we are in day number 36. Wow, holy shucks. Yes, we're in day number 36, guys. Can you believe it? It's actually getting going. So we're just building and on just everything of knowledge that we've built so far and applying it over time. So that's what happens in this business. You're just going to take it from what you know, from what you gained today, and then get started, because you're not going to know it all in one day. One day in real estate is like 7 years here on earth. So you're not going to get it all in one video. But the implementation of the knowledge that you guys are getting here, you guys can take it to the next step. So at a very fundamental level, after you guys leave here, you're going to be able to go and teach your niece, nephews, and your cousins, and your aunts and uncles, and your moms and dads, and your coworkers. Say, hey, look, I found out this really cool way of earning some extra revenue. I think this would be a great idea because I'm looking to get out of my 9-to-5, and maybe we could partner up and do this thing together. We can have a massive success. And or this is just something that I'm doing for retirement because I don't really have a retirement. So my best means is to do this so that I can earn some surplus income coming in, or surplus revenue, and this can actually build a foundational for my future retirement. And or I just need money to park inside of an investment. And I think this is a really good idea for you guys. If you already have a boatload of cash and you guys can go and buy super ultra yachts, you can invest your money into some super simple system such as these, in which you guys can then reap a benefit from investing your funds and buying deeply discounted properties and applying the system where you guys are buying these properties at a wholesale rate and selling them at a retail rate after the property has been brought up to speed. So without further more, I don't want to spend too much time in the very introduction. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to jump on one of my favorite sites to go to, guys. You guys know I like to hone into the site, but Zillow is one of my favorite sites to really use when I'm implementing the system, because it actually gives me a real time of challenges that are being faced by property owners. It's almost like a lead source. It's a base that I can go by. So I want to jump into a city/state in which I'm building a basis in, where my team has really honed in on the system that is in this, honed in the process, and having success with other individuals and partnerships, and we're building our lead base in this city and state. So this city and state, we built out our buyers first, because we always want to get the fundamentals down first. We want to start where the rubber hits the road, where we can get a deal turning quick. We want to turn over like it's nobody's business. We want to fling through that first deal in that city state, show them we mean business, and get that deal done so we could build more better rapport in this system so that other individuals can get a part of the operations that we are on, and we gradually build this together. So the city and state that I'm referencing to is going to be San Jose, and my apologies, San Antonio, Texas, completely two different cities. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to immediately jump directly here using my Zillow map. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to toggle. I'm going to reset the filter so that we can start fresh. I'm going to look for sale, and of course, because I want to give you guys the free game, right? The free game is if you guys use the recently solds, you can actually find your buyers too. So if I hypothetically say I want to use houses, townhomes, no apartments. Well, I can use apartments. Why not? Let's just use apartments for this matter. Apartments, houses, and townhouses. No condos, no lots, no lands, no multifamily, no manufacturers, right? And then what I'm going to look for are houses within the criteria that sold within the last 30 days. Why is that? Because I want to find realtor homes, realtors, or not realtors, are, follow me guys. I want to find the big equity landlords, the individuals who have funds, who have properties, or have money. One of the two will work. And what they could do is disperse the money or the equity that they have into the properties in which we're seeking to acquire. So super simple here, guys. What I'm going to do is go ahead and click search, and immediately I get tons of different properties that come up in which I can call their name, their numbers from the information that's given here, and or I can use the skip tracing software that I use here on the show with you guys to actually find out who bought that home in the recent last 14 days, 21 days. Are they a business? Are they an LLC? Well, they may be interested in buying more properties if they have equity. So for now, we're looking to call sellers, right? So that's just one way to find buyers for you guys if you're needing a means of getting started. And that's how you guys can build your buyers list as well. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to click for buy owners. I'm going to keep the same home types, same filters, guys. I'm not really changing much here. Here's in fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to adapt the systems towards what I'm looking for based off my buyer's criteria. So houses, townhomes, apartments. Actually, let's take off apartments because we don't want apartments for sale, because that completely changes the narrative. It goes from the actual apartment buildings being for rent to apartments for sale. So I just want to change that up, one aspect. So what we're going to do is we're going to update the coming soon. We're going to take coming soon off. All right, and now what I have is a really deeply defined Zillow list that I want to start calling these property owners. So 90 days and C104. So we have 104 results. Alrighty, so here we go. So we got a 5-bed, 2-bath. All right, this property looks like it's going to need some sprucing up. Looks like it just recently took a $25,000 cut. So it sounds like they're moving kind of quickly on this one. They want to move this property kind of quick. It says this is a great starter home for families. It has a big yard for children and or pets. Lots of room indoors as well. Not many viewers on this one. It's been up for 9 days and it's 265 views. So let's see if we can. We're going to add this property into our property inquiries. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop open my calendar really quickly. And I'm going to add this as an event. I'm just going to type property inquiry. And of course, I'm going to define it by the city and state. So I know when my team looks at it, they can go by the city and state that in which it was in. So we can have certain cities and states-based teams That way all of our teams aren't working on the same leads list. We can diversify. All right, so I'm going to call them since today is the 14th, but it is around 8 or well 7 o'clock there. Okay, so it's around 7 o'clock there. So in fact, instead of calling so late in the evening, why not we just start them off on an early basis for our follow-up call? But this is just going to be following up. And you guys know I like to follow up within a 2-week, 1 week, and 5-day span. And a little bit closer, somewhere about 1 to 2 days afterwards. Give them some time to after we've really spoke about what we offer as a opportunity for them. And let's see, 1 day. Yep. So give them about a couple of days, 2-3 days is best. So I'm just going to put it here for 1 day because I know they're out of state. So I want to make sure that I at best have a good follow-up system here. So I'm going to make sure the color code is correct. And then what I'm going to do is notate that this is a Frisbo. And this would be for my Frisbo team, the individuals who are going to call for Frisbos. And so here's what we're going to do is we're going to start searching our lead. So the very first thing I want to do is I'm going to save it first. Save my lead so that it comes up again. But here's what I'm also going to do. I want to begin searching who actually owns this property. So I'm going to go to netteronline.com. I'm going to go to public records. And the zip code for the county is 7820 8210. Wow, that's really interesting. So 28210 is not the zip code in that area. I wonder what that's all about. So super simple. What we're going to do is I'm going to use Parcelled, which is a site that I decide to use at the very last. I don't want to make it a habit of using the site, but because I want you guys to get used to using the tax assessor site so that you guys can find the owners of the property. But this is like a quick cheat sheet using the GIS system, the Geographical Interaction System, to find the property owner. And then next, what I'm going to do, so it's Bexar County. Okay, so all we're going to do is going to use Netter Online, and we're going to go to Texas and our city converter, city to county, and the city is going to be San Antonio. And guys, I'm just doing this for fundamental basis. It's like this is first day because it's his first day, right? So first day. This is his first day here, guys. First day around the block. Novice guy, don't know what he's doing around here. So if I was doing this fresh from start, this is exactly what I would do. And so here we have Bexar Tax Collectors Assessors. I'm going to click go to Data Online. So I'm looking for the tax assessors because I want to know who owns the property. So next thing I want to do is I'm going to begin a new search, searching by the homeowner's name, number, in which I don't have, but I do have the property address. And then what I can do is super simple, 311 Fine Street. Fine. We don't even need to put street. We just put 311 Vine. Oh, and there we go. We have both. See? And if you used Parcel, you would have the second property owner, right? So it's super simple, guys. All right, so I'm going to place this information inside my notes because I'm going to have all this detailed information before I give them a call. Gives me a better insight to who I'm calling and gives me a better understanding of what kind of properties we're working with. All right. Now we have both names, and we have both of the. Oh, okay. Parcel does come up with the both names and numbers. Who knew? Now you do. So Joel Alonzo is his first name. Is Joel, so Alonzo is not his first name. Interesting. So it does it on a last name, first name basis. Last name, first name basis. So we're going to look up both names and numbers. So what I'm going to do is in my notes, I'm going to let there be a select slot for both names and numbers. All right, and so for Joelle, and then we're going to do Emily. All right, so now that I have both names and numbers, I need to skip trace them because I need their number. I don't have their number. How else am I going to call them? I don't have their number. I don't know anything about it. I got to know their number, right? So we can skip trace their names. We can skip the most possible number that may be attained to that individual or that entity. So we want to assure that we are contacting that proper decision maker of the home so we can offer them an opportunity in which we can serve them best. Okay, so now to see fastpeoplesearch.com or True People, Fast and True Secret. I use both. There's neither of the two are like the greater of the goods. It's just like they both just happen to both work when finding the property owner or the decision maker. All right, so we have Mr. Joseph Alonso, and we have several numbers here pertaining to that name. So we're going to place all of those names and numbers under his name, and then if we have any details of, in fact, we have an email here as well, so we can email them. And then we have Emily Avalos. Now, why am I doing the names and numbers when the number is going to be on the actual Zillow site? Because sometimes you're working with realtors, and it's nothing wrong to work with a realtor. You can always offer 70 cents on the dollar to the realtor with the purchase agreement that you guys can get from Eva Marie Express Homes by just simply clicking down below the email address or sending us an email saying free contract or typing purchase agreement, and we can send you an agreement. However, if you guys have a attorney local to you, we will defer to that attorney because that attorney can actually provide you with a closing settlement agreement for you guys or a purchase agreement for you guys so that you can close with what they're familiar with. And you'll also be in compliance with what that state applies. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to search for Miss Emily's information now. Because hypothetically, say if I don't get Mr. Joel, I can get the other individual that's attained to the property. Or I can get a hold of them or speak with them. In which all I need to do is use the same address. So here we go. And we have two numbers attained to the name. All right, and we have the email address. All right, super simple work here, guys. Now, I've taken note that the market total value of the property is $194,260, and they're seeking $235. So we're a few ballparks away from actually being, let's see, at 15%. So at 29,000, I'm gonna add 29,000 to my number of 195. And of course, guys, I round up. So just to keep my number super simple, 195 times 15%. So that's 29. don't want to round up too crazy, guys, because, you know, don't want to overspend on this property. So 29, then we're going to add that together. So they're asking almost close to where the numbers would be. So let's see. If I needed to get a discount on this property, I would probably be at 0.7. So let's see if I can get close to 157 for this property. When I offer 70 cents on the dollar, however, I don't close on I don't offer in a means that I go and negotiate on the front end, because if I place it under agreement today, I can negotiate later at a later date when I go and see the property. That just gives me a better opportunity to know what I'm working with, rather than saying, you know, hey, look, I would take 70 cents on the dollar today for the property, and I go see that there's an underwater septic that needs to be replaced. You know, those things don't get spoken about over the phone. So you guys can hear the tonality in the phone call, and you guys can wing it with us. So the 1481 number is not a part of, oh, it is. It's a part of the Emily's number. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to call for Emily, so we know which one we're speaking in reference to.
Hello.
Hello, may I speak to Emily, please?
This is Anit.
Hi, my name is Malachi. I'm with Eva Express Homes. How you doing this evening?
Good. Hi. From what?
Eva Express Homes. I'm calling about, I'm curious, are you still selling the property at 311 Vine Street?
Yes, it's what.
Okay, I'm interested in buying it. Can you tell me a little bit about the property?
Yes, I can.
Okay, let's start from the at the entrance. If I was to walk into the home, can you tell me what's the first thing I would see as I'm walking in the home?
You will see the living room, then the bedroom.
In the living room, is there carpet on the floor? Is there hardwood floors?
It's carpet. It's carpet.
It's carpet. Okay. How about on the walls? Is it like a paneling wall? Or is there like hardwood walls, brick walls?
I can send you some pictures right now.
That'd be great. Can I actually text you my? Is this a textable number?
Yes. Can you text me, or can I text you on this number that you
Absolutely, you can. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to text you my information so you can email that information over to me. So
I can text the pictures.
Okay, for sure. I just have a few questions about the property so that I know, because pictures aren't always going to be foretelling of the property and the state it's in. So I wanted to know, when's the last time you've done renovations to the property or any kind of work to the property?
2 years ago, we put the new roof.
A new roof? Okay, that's good. Solid roof always helps.
You're sending your information, right?
Yes, I text you my number. You should have it at the end of this call.
Yes, I'm gonna send the pictures.
Okay. Do you know when's the last? Let me ask you this: has there ever been a flooding at the home? Do you know how the foundation of the home is?
It's cement, posts of cement.
Okay. And you were explaining how many beds, how many baths?
5 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms.
Okay. And for the 5 beds and 2 baths, so walk me through. So you said the living room has carpets, and there's. Did you say that there was any kind of hardwood walls? What kind of walls are we dealing with? Paneling walls?
I'm sending the pictures so you can see better.
Okay.
It's better if you see them as I.
So are so are you saying they're drywall?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I have your phone number again? I'm sorry.
Sure. It's 202 878
I'm sorry. 202.
878 3736. And you're also going to have my at the end of this call, you're going to have a text from me that has all of my information.
Yeah, but I didn't get your phone number. So it's
Okay.
202
878
878
3736.
I got it.
Okay.
And then 20 pictures.
Okay, that's fine. If you can send it to that email, because that email is going to be better. The phone number is not going to accept all the numbers. I mean, accept all the photos. And the email would be best for the correspondence, for the fastest response from me.
Okay.
Now let me ask you this: so other than the roof, has there been any other updates made to the property since then, since the 2 years, or within the 2 years?
No, it was remodeled on 2025.
2025? I don't believe we gotten. We haven't gotten 2025 yet. You mean 2005?
2005, yes.
2005. Okay. All right. So it was remodeled in 2005. So it may need some work into some of the rooms. I take it. How about the bathrooms? Have any of the bathrooms had any updates in them?
No.
No. Do you know if the HVAC has had any work done to it?
Everything it was remodeled, and you can see the pictures. There's being taken care of the house. We haven't rented. We were living there, and we don't have pets inside. It's very clean, the house.
It's a very clean house. Okay. So being as though that it just may need some sprucing, maybe just some updates added to it. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And do you have a number in mind that works for you?
You mean the price?
Yes.
It's on the computer. I have the house on sale.
On sale? On Zillow? Okay. Yes. So the reason why I asked is because I was looking at the assessor site, and it says that the house was assessed for 194. Are you?
Yes, because it wasn't remodeled when they have that price. But the price that we have is 235,000.
Okay. Well, the assessors would probably have assessed it within a year or so. So unless you've done some work since they've assessed it within the last tax year, it has.
Yes.
Okay. What kind of work was done to it?
All the maintenance that is in the house.
Okay, because I'm really interested in buying this property. Are there any other decision makers to the property?
No.
No. So you're the only one I would have to work with?
It's me and my husband.
You and your husband. Okay. Is he available?
He is not available.
He's not available. When's a better time that we can speak with your husband? What's his name?
Joel Alonso.
Joel Alonso. Okay. So when would be a better time that we can get? Can you call him? Is he he at work?
You can call him. I can give you the phone number.
Oh, for sure. Yes. 210
865
865
8842.
8842. Okay. And being still that he's going to be the decision maker, you both are going to be the decision maker. I just don't want to step on anybody's toes. You know, if he's okay with us closing on this property, because the process is super simple. What we do here is going to be a streamless process for you. We're not realtors, so you're not going to have to pay us a commissions. We're not going to have to list a home. We're going to be working with what we have available. If the deal works for us, whereas if we can make a deal here, then I would like to purchase the property myself. However, if it just doesn't work out with us, I do have other partners who could close on this property if it fits their criteria. Okay, so you'll always be working with me.
Do you have the money to buy the house?
Oh yes, we have the money to buy the house, and we also have partners that has the money to buy the house and credit as well if we need to rely on it.
Oh, that's good.
Yes, so we can close pretty rather quickly.
We can close tomorrow or the day after tomorrow.
In fact, we can. Let me ask you this: if I was to buy this property outright, and I was to use all cash, could we do something as like a maybe something a little closer to what the number I stated earlier?
Yes.
We can?
Yes.
Okay. Can Mr. Joel go ahead, my apologies.
Close to the price of 235, close.
Oh no, I was thinking a little bit closer to where the assessors was. I can close quick though. I can close quicker if the numbers are there.
What was the assess
190, but you're not gonna have to pay any closing costs. I'm gonna pay the closing costs. I'm gonna close and pay the taxes, and I'm gonna close and pay the settlement fees. You're not gonna have to come out of pocket for it.
How about 210,000?
210?
Yes.
Oh my, you're getting close to what the retail is. Let me see if there's maybe. Let me ask my financing team. Bear with me one moment.
Show them the pictures.
I'm gonna share with them what you showed me. Just
The title of the house is here. Everything is paid off. We are ready to sell the house.
You're ready to sell the house? Okay, I'm gonna tell them that. Just bear with me one moment. I'm gonna relay this information over, and I'll be right back. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, hang tight.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys, she's on hold, so I get to, breathe a little bit, hit my woo size, hit my Tony Robbins, because she's ready to go. She's ready to close. She's gave me a price reduction of $25,000, but it's nowhere near the numbers of where I want to be. I'm at 170. I'm not even at the assessors. So what I'm going to do, because I don't want to get into a bidding war with the seller, she's already stated her price. In fact, she listed her price, and then she came back with the price, and so now I'm at 190. So I don't want to be at 190 either. So I don't want to put my own foot in my own mouth. So the best means for me to do is, if she's really that close, I could do something of a financing deal with her, and I'll be a bit more pertaining to my 195 number. So even if at 195, 15, 290, 29 was at the number I was at 29, and it was 195, right? So best all out. The after repair value, if this property is renovated, because it does need some work to it, it will need. The carpet looks nice in there. It could be, it's rental ready. It's a turnover property, guys. But it could use some sprucing up. There could be some new cabinets added in here. It's like an old carpet my great grandmother used to have in there, the burgundy coloring. It's like, you guys don't want. It's one of those properties you probably want to put white, or if this is a rental, I think this would be a bit more of a rental. You might want to put a little bit more most inexpensive. The most inexpensive carpets in there. You wouldn't want to keep it. Now, if you have a FHA, this probably be quick turnover. Those type of properties you can really sell at close to market value. 224 at 90 cents on the dollar is 201. So she's right. She's at the numbers. So I just need to make a little bit more kunas here. So if she accepts my 200,000, if she could come close to the 195, I'll close at that because that's close to the retail. I can get it listed on the market and sell it for the 225. My only discretion is once it's at 202. If I'm at 202, I want to if at best I rather just me personally I'd rather just have it with a term. If I can get a term on it at 175 where my number is, I'd be happy. She already told me no on the 175. So 224 on a rental, 157. Okay, and I want to do it for 3.5. So sweet spot for a rental, and I need a 10 cent on the dollar to get a little leeway in there. So 15 divide that. See what the rentals are in this area. I think she started washing dishes. All right, keep your hands clean and keep buying food. So let's see what the rentals are going for in the area really quickly. So I'm gonna use rental meter really quickly. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna use rental meter. I'm gonna place the property in there. It's a 5-bed, 3-bath, 5-bed, 2-bath. Pardon me. We only got up to 4 beds. That's fine. 4 beds. So 4 beds is good close. It's close enough. Extra bedroom be like extra what 250. So median's at 2,000 a month. So I do something like get my first 8 months rent's free if I can do that. Let's see, 8 months. Okay, so I got a sweet deal here, and she doesn't give me my number where I'm at. I might accept close to 200,000, but I just know the numbers won't work for me because I don't want to have to listen to the market. But if she just says no, she says no. I don't care. We move on to the next deal. But the keynote is give the offer. Okay. Hello.
Yes.
Hi, Miss Emily. Are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So I don't believe the numbers we're just so far on the numbers of where we are and where we need to be. I was just curious, once you get the money for this property, what do you guys have in mind of doing?
Spend it.
Yeah, I get that. Were you guys going on a trip, or is this for like a honeymoon or something? Or?
We want to do whatever we want to do it. We don't have to give you the refund.
No, I get it. No, I just was curious. Once we closed, I just figured to ask because I know the numbers are just so close. Let me ask you this: being as though that you're ready to close and you want to close like yesterday, we're in the market for buying properties for certain. It's just I don't want to be rude and give you a number that would be insulting. So would you all be would you think your husband would be open to doing something on a term for this property if I could, you know, put a little money down today and you guys hold on to this property for me?
For 210, yes.
For 210, yes.
Yeah.
Well, if you'd be open to a term, I'd be most certainly interested in buying it. I just don't believe that I would be at 210.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
We have a house on the market for the people who would like the house and who has the money.
Okay. You would like to list it?
It is on the market.
Oh, it's already listed with the. You have a realtor?
No, we don't want to work with realtors.
No, I get it. You want to make sure you have all your money there.
Yes.
I get it. So here's what I can do. If you're open to terms, what I can do is I can do a scheduled call back with your husband for the 210,000 that you're asking. We would just need to get your husband's approval so that we can give you the details of how this works with the terms.
What's
your schedule like? Maybe tomorrow.
Let me see if he's available.
Okay.
But the price won't change even if he gets the call.
Okay, the price won't change even if he gets the call. No, that's fine. We're not looking to be of a hassle. We want to make this process as seamless as possible for you.
Yes, I understand, and I understand that you need to make sure that the other owner will be agreed with the price for sale. And let me see if he's available.
Okay.
That way you don't have to call back because I work during the day and I don't answer the phone.
No, I get it. I'm pretty. My scheduling is pretty sophisticated throughout the days as well.
Yeah. Are you guys from another state?
Yes. However, I have partners that are in the local areas, so we work together and collaborate in purchasing properties together. So we're like a one-man band together.
So it's not gonna be like, oh, you have to travel to come and check the house.
Oh no, it's nothing like that. More than likely,
we don't want to wait. Not even a month.
No, I get it. I wouldn't want you to have to wait no longer than the title examination. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. we don't wanna take a lot of time. Quiere hablar contigo. Yes, he's coming.
Okay.
Yeah, because like I told you, I cannot take a call tomorrow or tomorrow. Now that he got here, he can talk to you about the house.
Okay.
Okay, he's here.
Hello?
Hey, Mr. Alonso, this is Malachi-RESEAN. How are you, sir?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm doing pretty good. Thank you for asking, buddy. So where do we need to be to purchase your home? I think your home is an absolutely beautiful home. I just need to. It just sounds like we're a few dollars off. We just need to maybe we need to maybe do as far as like a term or something. Is that something that you'd be open to?
Yeah, man, yeah. So you talk to con my wife and you see over here. Do you speak Spanish? For me, it's English, pero es more better for me in Spanish.
I have a partner that can translate, but he probably wouldn't be available till tomorrow.
Oh, maybe you talk to right now con my wife over here. I talk to con my wife talk to me. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, so he is here.
Well,
Whatever you want to ask him.
yes. Well, I wanted to ask him if the term that we came up with, if we could do something as far as some money down, what would he be willing to accept down, and how long would I have to pay it all the way off if I gave him his full $210,000? Because I'll pay you $210 for it. I just need some time to come up with the rest of the money.
Si se la dejamos en 210,000.
Dile que sí.
Yes, we can sell them for 210,000.
You could sell it for 210. Would you be willing? Would you be willing to give me? Would you be willing to give me some time to come up with the money though? If I use cash and credit, like I wanted to put some money down today, and then when the credit comes around, I can pay it all the way off.
How long it takes you?
It's really up to you how long you'd be willing to hold off on taking the full payment. I could put some money down. What would you need?
He only can. We can only wait 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yes.
Maybe I can. I don't think 2 weeks would be enough time for me. I was thinking maybe up to 12 months.
12 months? No.
Yeah, I was gonna put some money down. Maybe like 10% down.
No. Thank you for calling.
Okay, if anything changes, you can give me a call back. I would be open to buying this one.
We won't call you. Thank you. Have a good day.
Adios. Take care. All right. So you can't win them all. I didn't want to get into a ban war, and I definitely didn't want to insult them. However, I did leave my offer on the table. They're more than welcome to give me a call back. Sit down, call back. Doesn't matter to me. I'm focused on assurance that if they really want to sell, they're going to sell. The 210 is not really where I want to be. 200 is probably best to do like a retail hotel flip, but it still needs to have some cabinets knocked out, implemented in. And I know that's going to push me right to the value of where it's going to be selling at. So I need enough of a buffer for my investors to come in. At best, I'm looking at least maybe $15,000-$20,000, and that's cutting my payout. So it's not going to always work in the manners of favorability. I can offer terms. Terms is what probably going to be the closest to the best. However, it's not always going to be a yes today. A no today is a yes in the future, but a no is never going to be a no forever. So keep that in the guidance of light. I believe I'm going to end this one here. This one was a absolutely stellar what I needed for you guys to see as a unlocking laser focusedness, and maybe you guys can also take in how that this really goes. There we go. How that this really works as far as transforming your real estate success. If you guys aren't having favorable, success doing the wholesaling thing, add some terms. Add some. Hey, look, I want to put some money down. Can I put some money down and I'll come back to you later? No, she laughed at it. It was like, no, we need the 210. We want to go ahead and sell. So they need the money. What we can do is we can circle back and say, hey, well, look, we know you said you weren't going to call back, but we want to make sure to let you know that there was no ill will. We'd still be interested in buying the property, and we also can list the property, but you don't want to deal with realtors. So here we go. There we go. But we can always work it out later. But other than that, that'll be all for me. And I hope that you guys have learned something from this one. If you really like this one here, you want to see more of these, continue liking below. This is going to send us up the algorithm so that you guys can get more of the peak performance from us. If you guys have any questions or you just want to comment to keep us going and afloat, drop something down below in the commentary section. You guys are more than open to subscribing so that we can bring you better quality videos. And if you have any questions, those are going to help the community, guys. You guys we're a pillar here. We like to help build each other up. So you guys interact amongst with the questions. If you guys have questions, please drop them below. We're open to answering those for you guys. Other than that, we're free and clear, guys. So I am looking forward to bringing you guys the next one. Ciao. Carpe diem.